Hey gang, let's talk about a 2-1 buy down. This is an old tactic that was used many years ago in the mortgage market. It is now making a comeback because we are in a little bit higher of an interest rate market. So here's how it works. A 2-1 buy down is a great way for home buyers to save money in this higher rate environment. It's a seller paid buy down. What happens is the seller sets aside a pool of money that's used to combat the difference in your payment based on your note rate and then 2% less the first year. For instance, if you have a 6.5% interest rate, the first year you're in the home, you pay the loan back at 4.5%. The pool of seller's money that's set aside is used to offset the difference between 6.5 and 4.5. And then the second year, you pay the note back at 5.5%, and that seller money is also used to offset the difference until year 3, you start paying back the mortgage for the next 28 years at 6.5%. This accomplishes two things. It helps the borrower obviously save money over the course of those 2 years. And if interest rates drop during those 2 years, that borrower or that homeowner can refinance the home into a lower interest rate and use the seller's money that's been set aside to offset the mortgage payoff at that time. Also, it benefits the seller by not having to drop their sales price by 25, maybe even possibly 50 up to $100,000. On a $500,000 mortgage, the seller has to contribute roughly $13,000 or $14,000 for that buy down, as opposed to dropping their sales price, which obviously it helps the overall comparables in the area, and it keeps the seller from having to drop the sales price. So more money in the seller's pocket, less money coming out of a buyer's pocket over the course of those 2 years. Hopefully interest rates will drop between now and then. We can't guarantee that. If so, the buyer can always refinance out of this 2-1 buy down and use that money to offset their principal balance and their payoff at that time. We have an amazing calculator that we could send to you that could show you how you could benefit from a 2-1 buy down. Please reach out to us. We're glad to send that to you. 35 years in the mortgage industry. Glad to help you, walk you through the process, and we hope to hear from you soon.